Hey everyone, welcome back to the Copilot in-depth review of some of the Microsoft apps. Today we're going to be looking at PowerPoint.
So get that PowerPoint juice out and follow along.
Okay, so let's open up PowerPoint. Now, Casey, you've worked with Copilot in PowerPoint. What are we looking at? Where do we see it?
Indeed, so it's still in the ribbon, top right corner, and it's red and with the line with the PowerPoint theme. Now, I've used it to create baseline PowerPoints, but what I think is even better, when you get a boring Word document, for example, you can uplift that and translate it into PowerPoint.
Yeah, you mentioned that yeah, okay. Anyways, okay. I'm like geeking out. This is exciting. I feel like this, but okay. No, okay. Anyways, yeah, so, oh my gosh, let's do it. Okay, we see these options: create a presentation, create a presentation from file, and add a slide about. Now, I think everybody that is watching and myself, like, okay, create a presentation, blah, 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 that's fine, but create a presentation from file.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And let's pick up from our last example on Word.
Good idea. Now, the thing with this is that when we are creating a PowerPoint presentation from file, Copilot wants us to use existing documents that are in a OneDrive or a SharePoint. Is that correct?
That's right.
So as you can see, we selected the file that we were referencing and we had created in the previous video here, the CPAC test document.
We have our file selected now and we can generate it.
Now, when the presentation has been generated, you will see it will say, here's the outline of the presentation. Here's some of the keywords that I'm looking at. And then it will say, I've created a 17 draft slide, which is pretty impressive that it's created 17 slides from our document. And then it suggests that we can use Designer to go ahead and adjust some layouts. So let's click through.
Not bad so far. It brings in a few visuals, maybe not necessarily the best or the most reflective visuals. It's interesting with the font that it's not the same consistent font between header and subtext, but pretty great start.
Yeah, I think this is super impressive, honestly. I'm just thinking for a lot of people that may struggle with PowerPoint, that may struggle for ideas, or they just want kind of, the baseline work to be done itself. Like it does, I don't know, I don't mean to like geek out, but I'm like, consultants, like we need to be warned.
Yeah, it's a great starting point, especially if you think about consultants in sales who are working across different domains, regions, functions, problem statements. You could really collapse all your content together and give it the same look and feel at least.
Come on. Okay. To geekily deep dive back in, it does, there are some other prompts that it does suggest. So from the creation prompts, we've kind of taken a look at it, create another slide, so you can definitely do that. Understanding, I think this would be interesting. Should we go ahead and summarize this presentation?
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and summarize this presentation. I think this is also good because sometimes, I don't know about you, but I will work in an environment and people are slide happy. There's a document, there's a PowerPoint presentation that has 40 slides and you're like, holy shoot, Lord have mercy.
Could be a great pre-read as well, just sending the summary in an email and attaching the file, because we know people don't open attachments or do pre-reads, so it's a great way to introduce a topic.
That's such a good idea. This is why you're paid the big bucks, isn't it?
I'm rolling in the dough, guys.
Mm-hmm. She is. She's a smart person. Summary of the deck, main ideas. Come on, this is such a good idea to do a pre-read summarize. Okay, so exploring some of the other prompts, we have understand, so summarize, are there any dates and deadlines in this presentation?
Perfect. I'm not going to read it. I'm like everyone else who gets a pre-read. Just tell me what I need to do.
Also, too, show action items.
Indeed, I could have used this multiple times last week with my stakeholders.
Okay, yeah. This is so cool. This is really cool. And I think it's going to be super helpful.
Let's ask it to change the color scheme or font. Let's see if it can do this.
Okay, so just before, maybe this is a good section break. So we've looked at the generating content. We've looked at some of the interpreting. And now you want to get into the creative?
Yeah, let's go creative.
Cool, let's do it. And so to test this, the prompt that you're mentioning is, well, let's focus it around a theme, and then let's update the color scheme. And that rhyming was not intentional.
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it did part of the ask.
Okay, so maybe we'll just cut to the chase that this is a limitation that we'll speak about later, but revising and formatting a whole deck looks like it's not so possible.
Yet.
Yeah.
Give us a few weeks.
Okay, so just deep diving into a couple last features of Copilot. I think the other thing that we saw that was super interesting is one of the suggested prompts that they do say. So under the view prompts, there is an edit, and then you can say organize this presentation. Now I've already clicked on it, and what happens here is that it organized and it grouped the slides into a bit more, let's just say that, a bit more cohesive. It had added some slides and some slide sections. So here you can see that it has organized the slides, it kind of rearranged them,
Nice.
and now it's put some of them into sections, which I find fantastic. I think that's a really, really cool idea. So this would be a great use case if, for example, you have a collection of slides that you're just, copying and pasting, and then you want to organize it. Well, this could do some of the heavy lifting for you.
Indeed, we're currently working on a modular roadshow pack. So we've actually used this feature to cut the slides.
Come on.
And yeah, it just made the order much easier for the audience that's using the roadshow pack to pick through what they want to use.
Nice. That's super cool.
And one other feature we'd like to run through is adding an image. So for example, this slide about credibility, we can ask it to source and insert an image around credibility. All I'm thinking about is that Southern Charm reunion. Not gonna lie.
I don't get the reference.
There we go. Oh no, there's no reference. I'm
Oh.
just thinking about Southern Charm too much. Okay, there you go.
Come on. There we go. Come on. Honestly, I can just think of so many people that I've worked with that struggle in PowerPoint. Like even just adding an image is for them like a 20-minute task of just, okay, where do I find the right image? Now let me try and insert it, crop it, etc. I'm here. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words because I'm impressed.
No, I've just seen so many Times New Roman black font on white slides in some time that I'm happy that this could help people.
Yeah. So when it comes to any limitations, we did discuss, that it can't revise formatting for the entire pack. Have you come across any other limitations?
Overwriting this file. If say for example we want to update the theme to person on the moon, whatever it may be, maybe update the color scheme, it doesn't seem to take that prompt and do it. Again, similar to Word, it will direct you to where you can go and manually update it in the tab or the ribbon. But I feel in coming weeks, maybe months, this is something that would be resolved.
So with that being said, thank you so much for watching our tutorial on Copilot and looking at some of its features in Microsoft PowerPoint. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
See you at the next one about Excel.